Hello guys, welcome to Tarot. This is your June 15th to June 30th reading for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. As I had done last time, sorry I didn't put the bottom of the deck out for you. As I had done last time, and I will probably continue doing, I had shuffled the cards beforehand so that we would save ourselves some time and could just jump right into the reading. And this will be from like here on out will be just monthly readings, but because I started in the middle of May, I didn't want you guys to go from mid-June to July with no reading, so I just decided to do a 2-week reading for you guys, and the spread's a little bit differently as well. So when I had asked what was going to come up for the next 2 weeks, or like the theme of the next 2 weeks as a whole, the card that came out was the Page of Wands. So, pages are they're childlike, they're the messengers of tarot, and in wands it has to do with your desire. So, you know what, I'll just actually hold that up for you guys. So, when the Page of Wands comes up, excuse me, I chipped nail polish. When the Page of Wands card comes out in a reading, it means that you are looking towards something with such excitement that you're running towards this goal or this desire, this opportunity, like head first without really thinking about anything else. It's something that like you're so passionate about that it's really driving you forward. Now, the thing is whatever this passionate drive that you have is you might not be fully prepared for it, because the pages aren't as, skilled as the knight. So you might go after this still without having everything fully together, without being completely ready for the opportunity. However, this drive and this passion that you have you're going to be a leader for other people for the next few weeks, because it really starts to inspire other people when you start having this attitude. It really inspires people when you're going after something that you truly want, even if you aren't ready. And the people that say negative things towards that are people that are putting negative energy into it. And those people aren't meant for you. You don't need to listen to anything that they say. But for everyone else that sees how positive this energy is, they'll start to follow you. And I think that you guys really need that at this time. And I think it's because you're coming into your power, because some of your birthdays will be during this period or shortly thereafter, and you're starting to have it's reflection period around your birthday time, because I think it's more for me anyway, and I am a Cancer sun. For me especially, I feel around my birthdays when I'm like, what have I accomplished for this year, as in my personal 24th year in life, 23rd year in life, whatever that year is for you. And I feel like otherwise, wait, what was I saying for that? Oh yeah, so I feel like otherwise when you started at January 1st, it's that is a period, I think, especially because it's wintertime here as I'm doing that. So for me, that seems like a time of more trying to build things up and figure out a plan. So I don't have much accomplished during that time. Now, going into my birthday time, it's summer, I'm more in my power. I feel I'm able to look at things in a different light. And I think that that's going to come up for you, is a lot of reflection. And I feel something that's unexpected that's going to come up during this period. I received to the High Priestess. So the High Priestess is all about your intuition, having kind of muddy waters, being unsure, having the clear intuition, that something is the way it is, but not getting real answers in the physical form. So it's a possibility that at this time you're going after things, and as you're starting to move towards it, you might actually feel more disconnected from spirit or from whatever it is that you believe in or you're connected to. I feel like you might feel a little bit disconnected, but you're not at this time. It's because you're being taught and shown that you need to trust yourself and follow your own intuition. But you might find that to be a little shocking, because I think you usually are so reliant on this like psychic intuition that you have, that not getting those synchronicities or those signs that you expect when you ask for them in return, I think you're going to feel a little bit off because of it. But I do believe that this is a growing period for you. You might also, having the High Priestess there, I feel like you might have more spiritual insights that you start like delving into. You might go more, like dive more into astrology, tarot, reading, like tea leaves, palmistry, things of like divination. I feel like you're going to try to learn more about, because with that card, like this card specifically for High Priestess too, she's writing on the scroll, but I feel like when I first saw this card, like in life, when I got the deck, I just thought of her like studying, as if she was studying life. So I feel like you're going to start studying other ways of like following your intuition and being connected to something and getting synchronicities without just saying like, I want to see this number, and then you're not receiving something. I'm not sure if you guys follow, if that was a good example, but if not, leave a comment in the section below, and I'll try my best to think of like a better way of explaining this. Now, I asked how you guys can stay grounded and balanced during this period, and I received the Four of Pentacles. So this card to me always symbolizes holding on to something, and for this I feel like it's holding on to physical things. Usually it could be holding on to something too tight, but for it being in this position, I think that you're being advised to hold on to like your energy. And I think that you guys are so caring, and you're such like loving individuals that you really want to help everyone and be the emotional support for people. But when you do that too much and you give your energy away so freely, then you don't have energy to follow through with what you want to follow through with. And I think what would help you feel most balanced is being able to say no and actually sticking to what you plan to do, and putting up boundaries for yourself, because otherwise I really feel that you're going to be drained and you might lash out at people, and that would cause some problems within your relationships in your life. And I think that is something that really makes you feel unstable, because you are so emotional and you are all about stability. So I believe that by not doing that, you're actually going to like cause more instability in your life. By not saying no, you're going to cause more problems within your friendships and your relationships and your emotional life, and then you're going to feel unstable altogether. Whereas if you learn to say no and stick to your plans, then you'll be in a place to help people more fully, because you won't feel drained. Now, I had asked what important emotions are going to come up for you guys, or what important insights. And the card that came out was the Strength card. So receiving the Strength card in this position, I feel like you're going to get a lot of inner strength, and I feel like you're going to recognize that these fears that you've had for so long really are just fears, and that by going forward with something and just trying, you're already doing better than a lot of other people. And I'm not trying to tell you to be better than other people, but I mean, it would put you in a better position to be moving towards the goal that you want to be. And if you're able to find this inner strength and recognize that, like, that you are the only you there is, and that you are going to bring something different to whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish than anyone else will. And I think you're really going to start to recognize that. And I think people are going to really express that to you. I said this with the Gemini reading before, is that a Leo might do it for them. But I'll explain it as this. The Strength card is associated with Leos. And Leos are very proud people. And a lot of times they're associated with their ego. And I think that a lot of Leos, especially ones that I've met in my life, are very open with telling you that. And therefore, they're very good positive energy to give you. I'm sorry for stuttering on that, because they're really telling you like all the things that you need, the reassurance that you might shouldn't need, but that you might feel comfortable with getting, and they're going to give that to you. And I don't think that it might be a Leo, but I think what you'll receive more of is people are going to really express to you how important you are and how your skills are what actually makes like what you do matters. And I think that's going to really drive you forward towards whatever goal it is that you really want to do right now. And something that will inspire you is, I think once you start creating, because you received the Magician card, and the Magician card is all about creating, so making magic. Magic is anything that is creation. So I think once you start creating your life and creating the plans and working towards them and, making small goal lists and doing a little bit every day, once you start doing that and seeing results, you're going to be like, the inspiration is going to continue, and you're going to keep working harder and harder, and you're going to be like in love with the work you're doing, and therefore it's not going to feel like a hard task. And I think once you just start moving, it's going to all start to work out. And your spirit guides are speaking to you. How they're speaking to you this week, you received the 10 of Cups, so I think you might see a lot of your relationships are going to go very like positively. Old friends, people from your past might reach out. It's also possible that family members that you were fighting with, or that you haven't been on good terms with, that you'll start seeing those working out, or they're trying to reach out to you and say sorry for the wrongs that they've done, and you're getting a chance to really like change the past of what was. And I think that's going to be some kind of inkling that they're going to give to you, that they're still there and that they're helping, because there's going to be situations that you didn't think were going to ever be able to get fixed, and they're going to actually change this month. And I really feel that energy for you guys. And I also feel that it's a possibility that when you see other like happy families or couples or children, that you might see like this spark or a glimmer or some kind of an orb. I don't know why I got that, but I feel like the energy is like seeing families, and I feel like you'll see some kind of a light or an orb, or get some kind of a recognition that there's something there. And I feel like the reason why you'll see it with that is because you'll see it surrounding love. And also how to best support yourself. The card that came out for how to best support yourself at this time was the 7 of Pentacles. And the 7 of Pentacles is all about sitting there and waiting for your harvest. So everything that you've done, you've put in the work, you've planted the seeds, if it was driving a person towards you, you've planted the seeds in their head, or energetically you've imprinted it so that those things are now coming towards you. If it's a job, if it's a career, if it's being more, being more active, if it's whatever the goal is, you've been putting in the work and really like building up this empire for yourself behind you. But now you gotta wait until it's all ready to harvest, till they're ready to pick, till everything is going to actually, bloom. So I think what you're being asked how to best support yourself, which might be a little hard for you guys because you are cardinal, and cardinal energy wants to move forward. But I think you're being asked to actually sit back. Now, I'm not saying don't do anything, still work towards your goal, but I mean, kind of don't do as many actions. Don't have as many outward actions as far as like reaching out to people or trying to, like, if it comes to, let's say for example, that this was surrounding a job that you wanted. Now, I'm not telling you not to try for the job. If it's applying, whatever it is, sending out the application, going to an interview, giving them a portfolio, then do that. But what I'm telling you to sit back with is don't continuously run after it, because it might not be ready. Because with this Page of Wands, you're still in very beginning stages of it. So it's not quite bloomed yet. So the things are coming. Everything is coming. Everything is about to be like beautiful and flowing, and you're manifesting like crazy right now. However, if you don't allow it to like happen when it's supposed to happen and you try rushing it, then you're not going to have pleasant results. And also the bottom of your deck, the card that came out was the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. So you might be neglecting yourself, and you might be refusing help out of some kind of pride. And I think especially during this time where it's surrounding like your birthdays, you should be able to take advantage of the fact that other people can help you, and other people are really there for you. And that's why these people are drawn to you. And though I'm telling you that you will come off as a leader, and telling you to keep your energy to yourself, also know that if you need to vent or if you need something from someone, you should definitely reach out to that person and take advantage of the fact that someone else can help heal you. Now, I said help because you're the person that has to heal yourself, but someone else can aid in that, so don't take on the burden all by yourself. But other than that last card, I just think that was a bit of advice that I had to say for you guys. I think beautiful things are coming, and I hope that you have a wonderful 2 weeks. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe. And yeah, I will see you guys next month. Thank you so much.